Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude, this is my freaking childhood. This is nostalgia. This is the GOAT. One of my favorite CODs of all time. Dude, this is BO1. Welcome, guys. It's Poochie bringing you guys a video here on Black Ops 1 on Kino. Just wanted to remind you guys, if at any point in today's video you are enjoying it, please do be sure to subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. But here we are, guys. Black Ops 1, Kino Der Toten. Can't talk. Kino Der Toten, and my thoughts on it. I'm sure you guys can tell by the title of today's video. I titled it something along the lines of Kino was peak zombies, and my god, yes it was, and I'm here to explain that here today. So hope you guys are all having a good day. Hope you guys have been enjoying the videos up until this point. I wanted to thank you guys for all the support on those videos on World at War, and here we are on Black Ops 1. So, Kino, this is arguably the peak of zombies. Arguably, or maybe even inarguably. Dude, Black Ops 1 was just such a fucking revolution, dude. So, I'm going to take a step back and talk about World at War for a bit and how we got to this point. So, World at War was the beginning of zombies, set the foundation for zombies, set the system for zombies, the formula that we all know and love. You know, turning on power, getting to your perks, getting to Pack-a-Punch, set the foundation there for that system that we all know and love and all those features, right? We started off with Noct, bare bones as it can get. We really innovated for Varuk, really innovated for Shinonuma, and Darius, the exact same thing. And here we are in Black Ops 1 with kind of the exact same formula. You know, on Varuk and Darius, you turn on the power, you get your perks, hit the mystery box. Darius innovated with Pack-a-Punch, teleporters. It was great, dude. World at War, every single map was a step up from the previous one, and it was just a good time. Now, as much as I love World at War and gave it its praises in those videos, you know, we gotta be objective at the same time. That game had its flaws, you know. I feel like COD back then was still in its infancy days. Not just zombies, but Call of Duty as a whole. The franchise was, you know, still in its early stages, and I feel like the engine for the game, like, we hadn't really found ourselves just yet. You know, those early COD games, they felt really clunky, really glitchy, really buggy, and you could very much tell that in World at War. If you saw my last video on Darius, there was an instance where, like, a zombie, like, flew across my screen. Zombie was just swinging, standing in place, almost killed me. Like, as much as I love World at War, it is a very glitchy and laggy game. And, you know, that's because COD was still at the beginning. Not just zombies, but COD as a whole. So, here we are in Black Ops 1. The game looks graphically much better, but more so than anything, dude, this game just feels so buttery, so smooth, so satisfying to play, bro, compared to the previous iteration of zombies. Black Ops 1 is zombies bigger and better than ever before. And here we are in Kino, with all of the same features that we all know and love from the previous game, just done better, done more crisp, done more smoothly. We got the return of the iconic 4 characters that everyone knows and loves, being Nikolai, Dempsey, Takio, Richtofen, right? For Darius, the innovation of teleporters brought that back. Obviously, we have the Pack-a-Punch. Perks are back. Dogs are back. Like, it's just everything we know and love. The exact same gameplay formula. And it was just... It's a breath of fresh air, but it feels like the game, like, the simplest way I can put it, has just been polished compared to World at War. And I feel like that's part of the reason why Kino is so loved and iconic, because even though it was brand new, it felt very familiar for those of us that played World at War, and it's a big part of the reason why I feel like it was so successful. Now, I don't know if this still holds up today, but at least back then, and for a long time, Kino was the highest selling COD of all time. And Kino, or did I say Kino was the highest selling COD of all time? Black Ops 1 was the highest selling COD of all time, and Kino just so happened to be the launch map for this game. So therefore, with the most eyes and I guess most people playing this game, Kino was the most accessible map of all time, because with the most players on it, you know, you're going to have the most people trying out zombies for the first time. And Kino knocked it out of the park, bro. I feel like there was something for everyone on this map. So for the returning players like myself, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, it was the gameplay formula we all know and love. I already said it. The process of getting to power, getting your perks, hitting the mystery box, getting to the Pack-a-Punch, upgrading your favorite weapon. It was that formula returning better than ever. And then if you were a new player, which Kino brought a lot of new players to zombies. It was my first zombies map ever. A lot of your guys' first zombies map ever. They made it so accessible and easy to get into. There's not a lot to Kino, which, you know, depending on who you are, that can be a good or a bad thing. But with Kino, I mean, you can see it in the gameplay right now. I'm already at the power switch. Turn on the power. You have a huge training area to work with. You immediately have access to Jug. I'm going to link the teleporter right now, you know. Kino is just so easily accessible, as in if you're a new player, there's not much to it. Open a few doors, turn on the power. You have access to a huge training area to work with. Get your favorite gun, whether it be the Thunder Gun, which is brand new to this map and arguably the greatest Thunder weapon of all time. You know, get you a Thunder Gun, get you a Ray Gun, and train until you know, as much as your heart desires. You felt like you were unstoppable on this map, and for a lot of new players that Kino brought in, I mean, it hooked them, you know? I said in the World at War videos, like, Noct especially, but World at War as a whole, set the foundation for zombies. And I guess you can say Kino did that as well, because it's the first map on this game, but it was a lot of people's first map ever. And this map, I guess you can say, set the foundation as well in the gameplay formula we all know and love that I've repeated a couple times now. And they just knocked it out of the park, bro. Whether you're a hardcore player like myself or a casual, there was something for everyone on this map. If you were new, you know, it was your first experience to zombies. And with this map having a lot of room to work with the Thunder Gun, it did not take very long to get good at zombies and to get hooked with it. And if you're a returning player like myself, you wanted to challenge yourself and see how far into the rounds you could get. And with the buttery gameplay of Black Ops 1 compared to World at War, it was like the perfect storm and perfect combination. A match made in heaven. A buttery, smooth game with the easily accessible map that wasn't too tedious. It was just perfect timing, bro. And I feel like that's why Kino was so iconic, so famous, why it was the most popular zombies map ever. Like, you have to give this map its praises, bro. I'm sure I can speak for damn near everyone watching this video. We all have memories on this map, bro. For me, this game came out in 2010. I was 11 at the time. I think I was in 6th grade. Dude, the amount of memories on this game for me, but on Kino specifically, bro. Going to school, coming home, playing a game of zombies with your IRLs from school. I used to play zombies with friends from baseball practice. Like, it was just so... It's so nostalgic for me, bro. This game and this map brings back so many good memories, and it's honestly really nice to be back on this game. It feels like it's a breath of fresh air, because I've been playing a bunch of, you know, I've been reliving all of the zombies games. And to be back on Black Ops 1, this feels like home for me, bro. And I'm sure it does for a lot of you. For a long time, Black Ops 1 was my favorite COD ever. So just being back here feels like I'm in 2010 all over again. Being that 11, 12-year-old kid and falling in love with zombies all over again. So if you guys like feel as nostalgic about this map and this game as I do, let me know down below in the comments, and let me know your favorite memory here on Kino Der Toten, because, dude, I have so many that it's countless memories on this map. Whether it's, you know, training on the stage with all of your friends, hell, even camping right here in this corner with Jug with the trap right next to you, seeing how far in the round you could get. Like, it was just so cool, bro. I felt like Kino was just World at War done better. And it's crazy because, I mean, this is kind of known knowledge now, public knowledge now, but Kino was originally supposed to be the 4th DLC map for World at War. And it's not surprising when you compare Darice to Kino and how eerily similar it is, you know what I mean? It's like the gameplay loop and gameplay progression of Kino compared to Darice is damn near the same. They toned down the Pack-a-Punch quest, I guess. The way to open up Pack-a-Punch with you only having to link 1 teleporter, but it's still this exact same process where Darice you're linking 3, here you're only doing 1. But, you know, same gameplay loop. You're turning on the power, getting your perks, linking 1 teleporter this time, and getting to Pack-a-Punch. So, with how eerily similar the gameplay is, it's kind of crazy how we didn't notice this back then, but it's really eye-opening and kind of obvious that this was originally supposed to be the 4th DLC for World at War. And, you know, that's the reason why we never got a 4th DLC. We only got 3, and that's why it ended with Darice. But I'm going to get to it later where I rank this map of all time, but I'm kind of glad World at War ended with Darice because I just think of Darice, I just enjoy that map more. I definitely would rather play Darice than Kino Der Toten, but I feel like it all worked out perfectly because even though I feel like Darice is the better map, you have to give Kino its flowers because it is the most iconic, most famous zombies map of all time. I already said it, but for a lot of us, it was our first ever map. And it was just the most popular map of all time. I mean, you ask most people, hey, have you ever played zombies? If they say yes, you tell them, okay, what's your favorite zombies map? Or what map do you have the most memories on? I'd say 9 times out of 10, they're going to say their first map was Kino or their favorite map was Kino. In some way, shape, or form, Kino will be brought up, and you have to give this map its flowers, dude. I don't think it's very arguable at all to say that Kino Der Toten is the most iconic zombies map of all time. Now, is it necessarily the best map of all time? And I'll get to that. No, I don't think so. But you have to acknowledge, even if you're not the biggest Kino Der Toten fan, which I think everyone is a fan of this map, but even if you're not, if you're a critic of this map, you have to be objective and understand that Kino is arguably the peak of zombies, the biggest zombies will ever get, and like, just don't be oblivious to that fact, you know? Give Kino its flowers. Now, is it as expansive, is it as in-depth as maps that come out now? And maps that came out after? Absolutely not, bro. But you have to, at the same time, acknowledge how just revolutionary Kino was. You know, World at War, as much as we love that game and love the maps on that game, Kino Der Toten put zombies on the map, bro. Because World at War was the first zombies game ever, and even though it was super good, I still feel like it wasn't like mainstream. Dude, Kino Der Toten made zombies mainstream. Everybody was playing zombies because of this map, and you have to give it its flowers, bro. Now, I just gave Kino its praises, right? And I apologize here if I feel like I'm taking a 180. But I am going to be objective. You know, this is my video. I'm going to give you guys my honest and raw opinion while giving you guys the facts at the same time and being as objective as possible. So, I just gave Kino its flowers, saying its praises, all of it, right? Now, how do I feel about Kino Der Toten? I gave you the facts, and I acknowledge how iconic it is and how revolutionary it was for zombies. Just how smooth and buttery this map feels and how this game overall feels. But now let's get objective. What do I think of this map? How do I feel like it holds up today? We're 15 years after the release of this game and after the release of this map. How does it hold up today? And how do I feel about Kino now? So, I just acknowledge Kino is probably the most iconic, most popular, most famous zombies map of all time. I just don't feel like, I feel like it has not aged as well as I would have hoped. And for me, Kino is just pure nostalgia now. And it's kind of similar to, if you guys watch my Shinonuma video, my thoughts are almost identical as I feel to Shinonuma. As I've watched myself grow as a player and just my preference in zombies maps has changed over the years, I find myself coming back to this map less and less because I feel like, this is just me being objective here, it's, you know, just by today's standards, it's very bare bones, it's very simple. But at the same time, that's why it hooked everyone, dude. With all the new players, there wasn't much to it. You know, you get your thunder gun, turn on the power, you have access to the stage, and you feel unstoppable. And you have to give Kino its flowers for that. Kino is the reason why zombies got so popular. Everyone wanted to play Kino. It was the map where everyone got good at zombies, you know? Everyone got used to training. Everyone fell in love with the thunder gun. And there was so much room on the stage that you could train there with a couple people. So, you for sure give Kino its flowers there. But as the map has aged, I feel like all of the gameplay that Kino has to offer, you kind of experience within like 15 or 20 minutes, you know what I mean? I'm 16 minutes into this recording right now. I've already packet punched my gun. I've already linked the teleporter before that. I already have all 4 perks. I have the training spot on the stage accessible, ready to go. You know, I'm kind of already set up. Do I necessarily have the ideal loadout? Do I have the thunder gun, ray gun, and monkeys? No. But I'm pretty much experienced all there is to do on this map already. And I feel like as time has gone by, that's just made Kino age like milk a little bit, you know what I mean? I just feel like, and I've said it a bunch in my previous videos, how I'm a hardcore player. I enjoy going for high rounds. I enjoy doing Easter eggs. With the newer games, I enjoy doing boss fights. You know, Kino doesn't have any of that. And, you know, we have to take a step back and understand that Kino was the first map on Black Ops 1 and only the 5th ever zombies map. So we were still really in the beginning stages of zombies. So are you going to crap on Kino because they didn't have all these features that, you know, we enjoy these days? No, you're not going to crap on it. But you can also be objective at the same time and just compare it to how it holds up now, you know? There's maps in this game that we'll get to that are some of my favorite maps of all time. And that's not because they have boss fights or crazy Easter eggs. The Easter eggs on Black Ops 1 were very simplistic. And there were no boss fights, so why do I have some of the maps ranked so highly? It's just for me, and I've said it a bunch, I enjoy difficult zombies maps. Now, does that mean like a map like Shangri-La is my favorite map of all time? No. I just enjoy a challenging zombies experience and a map that is crafted very well with a lot of attention and a lot of love. And not to say that Kino isn't. It's just for me, in my opinion, bro. Kino, at the end of the day, is just too easy of a map for me these days. I mean, look at the freaking training room that you have to work with here, you know what I mean? It's too easy of a map for me nowadays, and I just feel like training on the stage, it gets boring after a while. And when you've been doing it for 15 years, I mean, it's kind of what you would expect. I mean, who can enjoy doing the exact same thing over and over again for 15 years when you feel like you've mastered it, you know what I mean? Like, if you're, not even if you're really focused, like if you're just like slightly paying attention here on Kino, you get a thunder gun, get yourself a ray gun for the earlier rounds, just train on the stage until, you know, your freaking brain goes numb. That's really all there is to it. So because I guess I've gotten better as a player, and I'm sure as we all have over the years, Kino has just aged like milk for me. Now, do I still enjoy the map? For sure, dude. Admittedly, I would say a lot of it is because of nostalgia, but hell, I'm enjoying myself right now. I can revisit this map every now and again and think of all the memories I had with all my friends, and I'm sure you guys all can too. But do I feel like Kino holds up for me today? You know, sadly it doesn't. Now, do I think it's a bad map, like how I was saying with Shinonuma? No, this is not a bad map at all. I actually rate it decently high in my tier list, and we're going to get to that later on in the video, but it's just, it's not one of my favorites, let's just say that. And like, if we're talking about nostalgia, dude, I can reminisce on this map all day. And I guess because of that fact, maybe it is one of my favorites. But when I think of zombies maps and what I would like play today, Kino is not high on that list. It's arguably the highest on my list if we're talking about memories and nostalgia. But if we're talking about what like a zombies map that I would like to play right now, it's not that high on that list. But see, look at that, we're already damn near fully set up with the Thunder Gun now. But I mean, that's okay, you know? You're not going to enjoy everything that you did in the past to the same level at all times, you know? This map came out 15 years ago, and truthfully, if you were to run on this stage for 15 years, don't you think you would get bored after a while? Let me know if you guys feel the same way, but it's not like I'm not going to take any love away that I have for Kino. It'll always have a special place in my heart. So it's at the end of the day, my first ever zombies map. But I just feel like it's aged kind of poorly, and that's really where I stand on the map. Now I am curious, and I'm going to ask you guys this. Do you guys feel the same way? Do you guys still love Kino as much as you did all the way back in 2010 or whenever you first played this map? Do you guys feel the same way, or do you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from? Because I'll let you guys into, I guess, my head, my brain a little bit. I love mastery, and what I mean by that is I love perfecting something and getting really good at it, and it's just super satisfying whenever you master something, whatever it is, whether it's a skill in life, a zombies map, whatever it is, a task at your job, or it can be a bunch of things. And I feel like with Kino, I guess like what I'm really referring to is like a skill gap, because there's so much room to train on this map. I feel like, and I said it earlier, it only took a couple games for you to master this, and you felt like you were unstoppable. And you know, you give Kino its praises. It brought in a lot of players because of that. But then, just for me, it just got boring over time, and that's kind of like where I stand right now. Now, you guys are going to see later on in today's video, and later on in this game, how I like to play Kino now, and how it makes this map a lot more replayable and a lot more fun for me. And that doesn't just go for Kino, it goes for a bunch of maps. The way I find enjoyment in maps these days, and just COD or any game in general, is just playing it differently compared to how I used to back then. And it just brings like that sense of mastery. It's like, okay, I've never tried this before, let me see how far I can take this, and you guys will see later on in the video, probably here in like 5 or 10 minutes. I mentioned in my previous videos, you know, I've been playing zombies for 15 years now, and why do I still keep playing still to this day? I've really embraced being a high round player, and I like to really challenge myself and see how far I can get in these maps. So what I do now is I just try to, especially I love doing the difficult maps, bro, but I really try to see how far I can take it with doing different and unique strategies. And that's not to say like, oh, I like to stand out, because I've never made videos in the past, you know, this is only my 5th ever video on this channel. I just so happen to like playing zombies and challenge myself in new ways. But because I'm making videos now, I'm going to show you guys how I like playing zombies and how I'm still able to find enjoyment. Even though this map and this game mode is not old, but you know, we've been doing this for a long time. I'm going to show you guys how I keep it fresh and how I'm able to replay these maps even though they came out 15 years ago. Hell, even with World at War coming out 17 years ago, how I'm able to keep it fun, you know what I mean? What I'm gonna do is train and camp in that room with the fire trap. Because I like going for high rounds, dude, I love training in that room and camping by that trap and just seeing how far I can push it. Because, dude, training on the stage, it's overdone, you know what I mean? And I just said it can get mind-numbingly boring. So I just like to play maps in different ways, and that's how I find enjoyment in these maps and in these games, even if it's 15 plus years later. And I guess maybe I'll get bored of this map again once I master going for a high round on it, training in that fire trap room. But until then, I can still find enjoyment in Kino, and I can still find enjoyment in a lot of these older maps, or even maps that I don't necessarily like, you know what I mean? So let me know if I'm tripping, guys. Do you guys still enjoy Kino as much as you did back then? Or are you like me and you're kind of getting bored of it, but you try to find other ways to enjoy it and enjoy other things in life? It doesn't just have to be Kino. It doesn't just have to be Kino. Doesn't just have to be video games. Doesn't have to be BO1. Just, I like to innovate in new ways and challenge myself, and that's how I make things a lot more fun and how I make things a lot more replayable. I feel like that got a lot deeper than it had to be, but like I said earlier, hell, it's my video, you know what I mean? I really enjoy zombies, and I just want to give my thoughts and opinions on the map. So that's where I stand with Kino. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree, and let me know where you guys would place this map amongst your favorite maps of all time. And I guess that's a good segue to get into the tier list and where I think Kino is in terms of all the maps of all time. Where do I rank it? So I don't have the tier list pulled up, but I do remember the columns and the tiers itself. So at the top, going from top to bottom, I have the GOATs or GOAT. Then after that, amazing, then good, then then could care less, and then finally trash. Where would I place Kino Der Toten? And we're going to go top to bottom. So reminisce is one of my favorite maps of all time. It's in my top 10. It's probably closer to top 5. So Kino, sadly, you got no chance there, bud. After that, I would place reminisce. I would place that in amazing, and I stand by what I said in that video. Because I enjoy a difficult zombies experience, reminisce is just rated really, really highly for me. And when I said it was a top 10 map of all time in that video, I'm going to stand on that. Now next, we have the good tier, the good slot. That's where I have Kino Der Toten. And this is where I would rank Kino Der Toten. In this tier. Now the question is, just for me, would I rather play Knock or would I rather play Kino? Now, if I'm playing Kino and training on the stage, I'm playing Knocked all day, I'm sorry. But here I am in this new area. Would I rather play in here or train in the spawn room and Knocked? And the answer is here. So I'm going to place Kino in the good tier, and I'm going to place it above Knocked. You know, you're still going to give Knocked its flowers. It's the first ever map. Not saying it's a bad map. It's in the good slot for a reason, right? But as of right now, I would rather play Kino Der Toten. Why is that? Because I like to train and camp in this room with the fire trap. It's brought like new life to this map, new enjoyment, and just a big part of it is just nostalgia, dude. I asked you guys earlier in the video, like, if you guys have memories on this map. I asked that question. I know we all have memories on this map, bro. For a lot of us, it was our first ever map, as it was for me. And I'm never going to have Kino placed poorly when I think of it, like, in terms of, like, all my favorite maps of all time. Granted, and I just said a lot of it is nostalgia. But at the same time, I just feel like, you know, Kino is just, it's a good map. It really is. If you want to have a chill game of zombies and throw in a bit of nostalgia in there, load up Kino, bro. Kino, you will have a grand freaking time. Whether it's solo, just reliving memories, or playing with some of your old friends, dude. Like, what I would do to just play a match of Kino with my friends back then, dude, I'll even name them. I'll name drop them. They're aliases, dude. Trueborn, Karatis Warrior, some of my IRLs from baseball and from school. Dude, I hope this video finds you guys. I would love to just play a match with you guys and just chop it up, talk about the old times, where we've grown, where we are in life now. Man, I'm sure you guys can all relate to that right there. Just playing one more match of Kino with all of your friends that you knew from back then. What I would do, man. And that's, again, one of the main reasons why I have Kino ranked decently high on my list. Purely off of nostalgia, bro. Playing in this room, training in this room, camping in this room has brought new life for me on this map. And it has, like, extended my joy and enjoyment of this map. But a lot of it, it's pure nostalgia, bro. At the end of the day, I said earlier, we're gonna be objective. You know, it's like Kino now, compared to maps nowadays, it's very simple, very bare bones. So we're gonna be objective there, but we can also acknowledge, dude, was one of our first maps for me and for a lot of us, and just off of that alone, we're gonna think of Kino highly, and we will always think of Kino highly. Kino was honestly the peak of zombies, and I don't think zombies will ever get bigger than it was on this map, and arguably in this game, bro. Black Ops 1 was, I said it earlier, it was the most highest selling COD for a point in time there. So I think you can really make the argument that Black Ops 1 was the most popular COD of all time, most popular zombies will ever be, and maybe most popular it will ever be. I don't think we're ever going to reach the heights that this game ever reached. So yeah, dude, I just think of this map and this game very fondly. And being the player that I am now, going for higher rounds and being in here, it's brought new life to this map, and I enjoy, like, I'm really, really enjoying myself right now because I've never played Kino in this way. So it makes it refreshing and brings new life to this map for me. So, and I guess when it's saying that out loud, and this is going to get a lot more deeper than it has to be, but it's kind of like watching myself mature. Just not even like in terms of like video games or as a player, just as a person, bro. You know, you just enjoy different things, or you can enjoy the same thing, but you enjoy it differently. For me and for everyone else, I enjoyed training on the stage with my friends, or even camping by Jug, seeing how far I could get. But as I've matured and, you know, I'm just a different person now, I enjoy playing it a different way. And that's how I find enjoyment on this map, how I have fun on this map, and kind of eye-opening and kind of cool to think about. Am I taking it a lot deeper than it needs to be? For sure. But it's just it's very eye-opening, and to like put it into perspective, it's really cool to think about. But this game, this match that we're in right now, we're already on round 22, about to be on 23. And the same thing that I've said in the previous video stands here. I kind of just play up until I die, or play until round 30, whichever happens first, and just give my thoughts on the map. So you guys let me know, again, if you guys think I'm tripping. Do you guys still enjoy Kino as much as you did back then? Or are you like me and you don't enjoy it as much as you used to? But especially, like, if you're like me, are you finding new ways to keep it refreshing and to keep it enjoyable? And I'll give you guys another way I like to play this map. Eerily, it's on the other side of this door. So, as I've said in my previous videos, I really enjoy camping in zombies. I feel like it's very engaging because you have to interact with your teammates. You know, you're right next to them. So, it's not like you're distant from your teammates where you can kind of do your own thing. You're separated, it gets boring. No, dude, camping, you're right there with your friends, with your teammates. You have to coordinate, you have to strategize, like, yo, watch this window, or yo, I'm gonna reload, watch the front, whatever the case may be, right? So, this spot right here, what I like to do if I'm playing, like, say, a public match, which is kind of rare these days, or even if I play with people, if I want to show them a new way to enjoy Kino, I'll be like, yo, that door by the stage that everyone likes to keep closed, right? We're actually going to open that. And the alley to get to double tap, we're leaving that closed. Now, that's for two reasons. One, I like to play in this room, right? Especially in the higher rounds, because you have the fire trap right here. The spawns are super fast. But it also provides a really nice camping spot on the other side of this door. So what you do is leave the door closed, and then the window or the barrier right here by double tap, you have one person watching that window, and then all the zombies just funnel in front of you by the AK, and you have 3 people watching the front. And it's just new and different ways to play the map that makes it refreshing for me. It makes it replayable for me. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that, but I would recommend it. Hell, you can even camp in this room. Now, do I think it's the most effective strategy? No. But you can have, say, 2 people right here in this front door, and then 1 on this window, 1 on that window. Or hell, you can have 3 people right here where I'm standing, 1 person on this back window, and then you always have the trap to fall back on. Like, it's just, that's how I find enjoyment in zombies these days. 17 years later, because that's when World at War came out. 17 years later, and I'm still able to find enjoyment in it. And I encourage you guys, if you guys feel like zombies is getting stale, or you're not enjoying like one of your favorite maps as much as you used to, I encourage change. You know, that just goes for life, bro. If you feel like things are getting stale for you, switch things up and see how it goes, bro. And I honestly need to take my own advice and embrace change, because I'm someone that's afraid of it, and I'm talking about in real life. But yeah, embrace change and see if you enjoy things, and if you enjoy doing things differently, and it'll bring new life to Kino or whatever it may be in life or in general, bro. I feel like, dude, this video for no reason has been a lot deeper than it has to be, but again, it's my video. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about while giving my opinions on each respective map. Giving my opinions on Kino today, but yeah, dude, I'm sure you guys can tell how passionate I am about zombies and how passionate I am about this map and this game, bro. Like I said in the beginning of the video, Black Ops 1 for the longest time was my GOAT, bro. So I'm sure every single map on this game I am not going to rate poorly. I can tell you that right now. And I'm going to have very fond memories on every single one of these maps, because, dude, this was my fucking childhood. Black Ops 1, more than any other COD, was my childhood. Just around this time, like, I was 2010 playing, obviously, this game. Halo Reach was my childhood, bro. I even enjoyed, it's not zombies, but I really enjoyed MW3, the COD right after this. I just have so much nostalgia, dude. This game, and honestly, all of the maps that came after it, was just peak for me, bro. I don't think I'll ever forget those memories, and I would do anything to go back to those days, bro. I said it earlier, but just being able to play one more match of zombies with my IRLs or the online friends that I met at the time, it's, dude, I just wish I could go back. That's as simple as I can put it. And I just miss, like, the way gaming was back then. And a thing that I really miss was just Xbox Live, bro. For me, the 360 was my favorite console of all time. And I feel like Xbox Live was just so freaking cool, bro. I had never played online gaming up until that point. And maybe you guys like, say, the PS2 or PS3 or whatever your favorite console may be. And a lot of it's like nostalgia for us. Like, what was our first ever console that we really got heavily invested to? And that'll typically be your favorite, whether it's objectively the best or not. But I feel like, while the 360 was the first ever console I got heavily invested to, I also just feel like, and maybe I'm a little bit biased, it's like the best console ever. Dude, Xbox Live was so freaking cool and innovative. How you could go to someone's profile, see their gamer score, see their friends list, you could see their achievements. You had the avatar, which PlayStation didn't have. It was just so freaking unique, bro. And obviously, you know, a lot of platforms, I guess, have imitated that formula that Xbox Live brought. But there's nothing like the original, bro. Xbox Live is so, and I mean, it's still a thing now, but there was just something about the 360 that hit different, bro. Like, watch, I'm gonna pull it up right now. this little screen right here. I'm not signed into Xbox Live, but seeing your friends, it was just like something about it. It was just all so organized perfectly, easily accessible. And maybe it's just nostalgia speaking. Maybe Xbox Live is better these days. Who knows? But it's just so nostalgic for me. Joining a party with your friends, or hell, even going in a private chat. You guys remember? If you guys played Search and Destroy, they wouldn't let you be in a party. You had to be in game chat. So the solution to that was like going in a private chat. And dude, Xbox Live, so many freaking memories, dude. So many memories. Having Xbox Live Gold membership. Going to GameStop, and my voice is cracked. Going to GameStop, getting the membership. From there, scratching it off, putting in the 25-digit code. I mean, oh, Xbox Live, bro, I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. For me, after like I played a bunch of Xbox Live, I eventually migrated over to PS4. Once like Call of Duty, the exclusivity went to PlayStation, and I feel like the PS4, I really enjoy that console. It was very eerily similar to Xbox Live, how you could go in a private chat or be in a party chat. Because correct me if I'm wrong, I'm no PlayStation fanboy, so I could be wrong here. I don't think the PlayStation 3 had a party chat system in place, and the PS4 did, and it kind of felt like home almost. Now, am I always going to be a Xbox Live fanboy? For sure, dude. For sure. Nothing will top the 360 for me. But it was just very nice how when I migrated over to PlayStation in 2015 with Black Ops 3, it felt very similar. And even though I was on a completely different console, there were still those like systems set in place. You know, you have your friends list, you can join a party. It was just, again, very easily accessible. And it was my new home after COD had the exclusivity transfer to PlayStation. PlayStation 4 is my new home, but I will always have a special place in my heart for Xbox Live, and a special place in my heart for this freaking game, bro. This, I said it before, said it earlier, this was my childhood. And what I would do to play a match with those old friends, I would kill, bro. And I honestly hope this video somehow finds them. And maybe I can relive that experience just one more time, even if it's just one match. I would love it, bro. But we're getting towards the end of this video here. We're on around 28. Let me know what you guys think of Kino. Give me in the comments, give me your favorite memory that you have on this map. Hell, even name drop your friends that you used to play with, and use this video as just nostalgia, bro. Use this video as nostalgia. What I'm hoping for is my old friends find this video and I can rekindle with them. Or maybe this video can bring that to you guys. Drop your favorite memory on this map in the comments. Name drop your friends, and who knows, bro? Who knows? The world's a crazy place, and maybe you will find them in the comment section of this video, bro. Yeah, we're on around 29 here. Last round of the video. Can I get dogs? I did not get dogs, but I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And I just wanted to thank you guys again for the support on these. This is my 5th video now. And you guys, like, this being a brand new channel, I did not know where this was going to go. I've said it a bunch, but it's been nice to see that the reception on these videos has been good for the most part, and I'm getting my first subscribers, bro. I mentioned that I have another YouTube channel and I played a bunch of multiplayer, so this isn't my first go around with YouTube, but it's kind of cool rebuilding a channel from scratch and getting subscribers. It gives me the feeling of being younger and being a kid again. I started my YouTube channel back in 2016, making videos. I was talking about the PS4 for a bit. Making videos off of the PS4 Share Factory. The quality being ass. Recording with my mic that I had plugged into the controller. I have a lot of nostalgia for those times too. So just being a new channel again, gaining my first subscribers, Hell, even seeing a couple of the videos surpass 100 views has been really cool for me. So thank you guys for the support, and give me honest feedback of how I can make these videos better, because I want you guys to enjoy watching them as much as I've been enjoying making them thus far. And I hope I can continue. This is, I mentioned it in the Knock video, this is kind of like a little passion project for me. And I hope to see me continue doing this all the way up until BO6, into the most recent COD game and the most recent COD Zombies map. But here we are, round 30 on Kino. I'm going to end off the video here. Let me know what you guys think about this map, where you rank it amongst your favorite maps of all time. If you guys agree, disagree with my placement on the tier list and my thoughts on the map, let me know down below in the comments. But I'm going to end it off there. If you guys did enjoy the video, please do be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next week on 5. Spoiler alert, that is one of my favorite maps of all time, so I'm really looking forward to that video. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. It's been Poochie. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.